Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we are back at it with another what if ideas. Can't remember the last time we did one of these, but yeah, we're doing another what if today, and as a lot of you have requested, and I've actually had a little discussion about this with some of you in my Discord server, so make sure if you join that if you haven't already, of course. But yeah, we had a little discussion about this earlier and a lot of people wanted it, so we're going to be doing what if Theia, so the planet we did in one of the last competitions, what if that was still around today? So what I thought of doing for this is it's got to be near Earth somewhere, because obviously it was an Earth-like, or it was a Mars-sized planet near the orbit of Earth, and then obviously they collided, which may have created the moon in one way or another. So that means that Theia has to be near the Earth's orbit somewhere if it was to still be around. So I'm going to do a few little tests and a few attempts with putting a Theia in our solar system. So as we know, the Earth is 1 AU away from the Sun, so we're going to be putting Theia at 0.9 and 1.1, because obviously if it was still around it would have to be nearby. Well, maybe not, maybe it would have changed, but just for the purpose of this video we're going to have it quite nearby Earth, and we're going to see if they would end up colliding or ejecting themselves off in different directions. So if I go ahead and search Theia, we've got my custom Theia here to use, so we're going to be putting it, obviously it won't be there, it's actually got a Mars trail as well, I forgot to mention that in the competition. So from the Sun, okay, so I need to look at that, so it's 1.1 we want, so somewhere it's to be either 1.1 or 0.9, so it'd be around, so that's 1, so it'd be just a little less. I'd have to make an estimate there, but if I want to have it at about 1.1 AU, or 1.01 actually would be the better option to use, so I'm going to place it there to start off with. So there's Theia, so if we go ahead and zoom in, so this is my custom one here, so yeah, pretty dead looking object with a bit of water on it there, but we're going to go ahead and actually check the stats quickly. So yeah, 1.01, so it takes 1.02 years, so it's only a little bit further away than the Earth is. So we're going to hit play, we're going to speed up for a few years, and we're going to see, obviously the Earth, it will never catch up with the Earth, we've got to wait till Earth goes all the way around to catch it up, but obviously for now they'd be fine. It's going to take a long time for Earth to actually catch up, so just for the purpose of speeding things up, we're actually going to put Theia in front of Earth, so eventually Earth will catch up a little easier. So you can see right there they just overtook each other, or Earth just overtook it, and now you can see that Theia's orbit is actually being made bigger. As you see, it's now 1.05 years, so there's no way we can keep it at 1.01 AU, because obviously every time the Earth gets near it, it's going to alter it in one way or another. So it's taken a while for Earth to catch up, but it will eventually. So just have to keep playing here. It is catching up slowly, you can see it there. It is slowly catching up, there it is. So there's the Earth. Climate mode's going all funny. But yeah, it's getting closer. So it's taking, see, look, you can see in the years here, it is taking quite a while to catch up. Taking a few years. So here we go. So we're about to have another close call with Earth. Actually, can we actually see Earth from Theia? I wonder, just out of curiosity. So Earth is over there. We can't see it at the moment. Okay, so I'll wait till it gets a little closer. Maybe we can see it. So yes, Earth is getting really close to catching up with Theia, though. So obviously, Earth has still got the orbital period of 1 year. Hasn't been affected in any way. So obviously, Earth is larger than Theia. So obviously, Theia is a Mars-sized sort of object, so it'll be around this sort of size. Quick comparison with Mars as well. So let's go ahead and search Mars. So here's a comparison with Mars. So yeah, pretty much a Mars-sized object. If anyone was wondering how large it was compared to Mars. So here we are. So Earth, come on. I don't want to speed up too far, but here we go. It's about to pass now. So can we see Earth from Theia in any way? It's obviously the Earth's right there. If we turn it all off, you can't see it, but if I put it on flashlight, can we see it? Yes, you just about can. Because obviously, since the Sun is pretty much in front, or the Earth is pretty much in between Theia and the Earth, so the Earth's in the middle of Theia and the Sun, obviously Earth's dark side is facing Theia, so Theia wouldn't be able to see it. But on flashlight mode, you can just about spot where Earth is, which is there, a very little blue dot. So yeah, there we go. So you can't really see Earth, but it's just overtaken Theia again. So let's see any changes it's made to the orbit. So here we go. So motion. So it's 1.06 now, so it has changed it even more. So if we just continue speeding up again, we'll just speed up as quick as it can go. We keep an eye on those numbers. They will change again when Earth actually catches up again. So where's Earth gone? Trail or labels? So they're on the opposite sides of the Sun right now. So yeah, we'll keep going, wait for Earth to catch up again. If I just, there we go, that's a little easier, so we can actually spot them a little quicker. So they're, oh, I paused it right on point there. So there you are. Now can we spot Theia from Earth maybe? If we're going realistic mode. Can you see Theia from Earth? How close are they? Yes, you can. I can see it right there. I can see an orange dot. So you can just about spot it. So maybe you'll be able to see that in the night sky fairly easy and point out it's Theia. Or it'll just be a star like any other. You won't really be able to tell. So, yep. You definitely wouldn't be able to see it in the night sky. But if you could make out straight away that it was Theia, I have no clue. Maybe. I mean, you could maybe see a more slightly reddish object. I don't know. But yeah, there we go. I know Mars is, obviously Mars is further away, but I wouldn't be able to tell it straight away if I looked at it in the sky. The only one I can tell is Venus, since it's the brightest object in the night sky, apart from the moon. So, there it is. Alright, so since Earth has overtaken Theia again, we will check Theia. Wait, is it closer than the Sun? It's closer now? 349 days. So, how much AU is that? 0.9. So, Theia is now closer than Earth. That is very interesting. So, it looks like somehow Earth has got behind it. Has Earth changed? 1.01 years. So Earth's orbit has been altered as well. So it's not just Earth altering Theia. Theia's presence has slightly altered Earth as well. So Earth's slightly been put off course. I mean, it's a little further away, so maybe the global temperature would cool down slightly. We'll keep climate mode switched off because it's just getting annoying. So you can see it. Oh, I switched it off. It turned on again. What are you doing, game? My game's haunted. What if I switch it off now? Will it turn on again? I'm hoping it won't. Okay, maybe that's fixed it there. So it's still at 14, 15, 16 degrees. Not really much change. Okay, they've... Oh. Now, you could definitely spot that in the night sky. You can see it right there. I'll put the moon in for comparison so we can see how far away the moon is as well. So, yeah, it's on actions, isn't it? So, if I add the moon in, so we can get a sort of distance between the moon and Theia. So, where's the moon? Moon, where are you at? So, there's the moon. So we'll go ahead and move you to the area near Theia. So if I actually want to slow this down a lot because they are really close together. Damn, they're a lot closer than they were earlier when Earth was overtaking Theia. Okay, so there's the moon. So now if I go to its controls, where's the controls? What do we mean no orbit parent? The Earth's right there. Can I move it? There should be an option. I want this option here. I can't change it. Okay, so I guess I just have to estimate. So it was about there, wasn't it? The moon was about there. So if we just look in the sky, that's about the size the moon normally is, but you can just about spot Theia as well. So pretty cool. Maybe if I try adding the moon again while it's playing. So if I just delete that quickly, click play. So they are really close together. So if I add moon now, will that help in any way? Can I access your settings? That's what I want to do. There we go. I want this anomaly set in here. So I'm going to place the moon there, so that's pretty much facing where Theia is. So now if we land on Earth, let's just land in North America here somewhere, and have a look around. So let's have a look. So we'll see, where's the moon? So you can see the moon as normal, but you can spot Theia with the naked eye easily. You'd definitely be able to tell that's Theia. So obviously there's the moon, and you can see Theia. So Theia, in theory right now, could almost be a moon of Earth. Like, it probably is close enough, but probably just is too big in mass for Earth to actually capture it, but... yeah, there it is there. So, yeah, pretty cool. Actually, thinking of it, I'm pretty sure if we put the moon out here, it wouldn't orbit the Earth. So, actually, I'll take that back. But, yeah, so they are really close. So, obviously, since Earth's already overtaken it, it's just going to leave it in its dust again. As we can see, their orbits are very, very strange. Let's check the stats on their orbits now. So, Earth is now back at 1 year. So, Earth's actually fixed itself. How's Theia? 1.08. So, Theia's actually got further away. So, alright, let's go around again and have another lap. So, there we are. So, let's have another lap. So, we just have to wait for Earth to catch up. So, they're opposite sides right now, but Earth is slowly catching up with Theia. Okay, it's about a quarter of the way left. Almost there. So, we can see. So, it takes, it seems to be just over a year for Earth to catch up. I haven't really been paying attention to it and how long it's been taking. But, anyways, let's go. So, there we go. So, oh, Theia looks even further now. 1.07, okay. So yes, it is changing, but they are having slight effects on each other. Now it's 1.08 again. Earth is still 1 year, so Earth's fixed itself. So just have to wait again. So we'll just go on there, and we'll just keep playing. So there we are. Right. So wait for it to catch up. So it's about to catch up. Ooh, so is it caught up yet? Keep an eye on those stats. Okay, so they're right near each other, so it's 1.07 again. So Earth's just about to overtake it. You can see Earth there. If you go on flashlight, you could easily spot it. Yeah, there it is. You can see the blue dot. So there we go. 1.06 years. Okay, so it really is changing. So here goes. So Earth's overtaking it again. This orbit looks like it's changed, but I'm not sure. So you can see it's not having too big of an effect. Like I'll run it. Let's just run it as quick as it can go for a while, and just keep an eye on the stats on Theia. So nothing's happening right now. We need to wait for Earth to catch up. So Earth's overtaking it again. 1.07, 1.06. It is fluctuating slightly every time Earth passes, but I think they're just even though it's 1.04 AU now. So it's still 1.0. It's still not that far from its original location. I mean, its original location was 1.01, so yeah, it's still relatively in that area. So yeah, honestly, they're not having too much an effect on each other. I thought there would be more, honestly. Nothing's been tossed out to the orbit of Mars yet, so there we are. So yeah, pretty well how this is running. Honestly, Earth's barely changing at all. So if Theia was around, it probably wouldn't affect life on Earth too much. So they're not getting close to each other hardly. They're maybe on the area earlier when we put the moon down where we could see Theia. Maybe there it may have some sort of effect on Earth, but just in general, I don't think it would have too much of a problem on Earth. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys can let me know down below, because I know some of you do like to correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, go ahead and do that, because it's nice to hear what you guys have to say as well. But yeah, let's see. So just keep going. But yeah, I'd say they probably wouldn't affect each other. Oh, hang on. I take that back as well. Maybe we just had to play it a little bit more. But as you can see, they must have got so close to each other there that they have created a binary orbit. Okay, wow. So that's that could cause some trouble. So yeah, look, orbital periods changed. So due to them affecting each other, they sort of pulled each other out of each other's orbit. So now they're just drifting. Oh, okay. And now they've just unattached again. So they've had a slight binary orbit, but they've broken apart again. And now Earth is further away again. So there we go. So I'm pretty sure the same thing would happen if Theia begun in front of Earth. So if we put it at 0.99 AU, then it'd probably still do similar things to what it's doing now, I assume. We can definitely test it afterwards, but yeah, you can see Earth has been pushed out a little bit, so they actually got in a binary orbit, so they must have both been in the exact right spot at the right time for them to grab each other and sort of pull each other together for a little bit. But obviously they weren't close enough to actually form a permanent orbit, as the sun's gravity has pulled them apart again, I guess. So yeah, there is that. So now Theia's catching up on Earth. So as we can see there, ooh, did you notice how the simulation actually slowed down when they got close? Pretty interesting there. Yeah, the game actually slowed down when Theia overtook Earth. So there we go. So it's catching up with Earth again. About to overtake it now. No, not really anything happened there. But yeah, damn, they could have had a collision. I thought they did have a collision at first till I zoomed in on that, because obviously the trails disappeared. But yeah, I thought they collided, but maybe they would collide. Like, I would not be surprised if at some point, I don't know how long we'd have to leave this running, but I wouldn't be surprised at some point if these did actually collide at some point. I mean, that was very close before. I mean, if they just broke through and got a little closer to each other, they could have had a collision there. So yeah, pretty scary stuff. So maybe it would have had an effect on Earth's stuff like that. And then the moon, for instance, if we had actually had the moon in there, the moon may have actually experienced some trouble. So if we get the binary orbit again, I will add the moon in, and maybe the moon will get involved as well. So obviously, if they get close, we've got to remember the moon is a thing. So okay, let's go. Hopefully we can go in a binary orbit again. Or their orbit's still 1.01. What's Theia? 357. Okay, so it's still a little ahead of that. So what is it in AEU? It's a 0.9. So it seems it's fluctuating still on Theia as well there. So, oh my god, it's crazy just watching this go around. So, there you go, Mercury's going crazy. So, Theia's still not caught up with Earth yet. Wow, look how far we've run this. We've run about 300 years now. So, okay. Come on, catch up with Earth. Okay, they're getting close. But it's mostly when they get near each other where they really have... Oh, okay, so there we go. So they've flipped again. The days have changed. Earth is now still 1.01 there. Okay, so they're still having effects. But yeah, I am actually surprised they actually had it when the binary. I didn't think they would, honestly. I did think they were far enough away from each other to not be affected. But yeah, at 0.01 AU from each other, they can still have an effect on each other, as we saw. So yeah, I guess we can do a little conclusion now. To conclude, if we put... Oh, wow, okay, look at the change there. Theia's been thrown completely off course. But, yeah, to conclude, if Theia was still around now, it would have an effect on Earth. Even if it's a little effect like we saw. They were slightly altering each other's orbits. Earth is now 1.02 years. But, yeah, Earth did stay at 1 year for a few years. So, Earth's orbit hasn't been changed too much. I mean, I guess this helps with global warming, right? But getting thrown that little extra distance from the sun cools the temperature down a little bit. 14 degrees. So it's not even going up to 16 anymore. It's going down to 12 now. So temperature of Earth's actually cooled down. But Theia, your orbit has been bent a bit because we can see it. Its orbit almost touches Venus's orbit, but it still goes into the orbit of Earth. So there's now an even less chance that they would hit each other because obviously it's not always in the orbit of Earth. Now look how close it is to Venus. Like maybe it would have an effect on Venus at some point. We'd have to actually let's give that a go. So we're gonna put that. Yeah, we're gonna speed it. We're gonna pull it there, and then we're gonna move Venus forward a bit because this probably they would get close to each other eventually. It's just if we tried running it, it would probably take ages. But if we slow down into the months here, have a look. So any effect on each other? No, not really. So let's move Venus around again. Put them close. So they are pretty much right next to each other right now. Doesn't look like Venus is close enough to it to really cause an effect. So Venus hasn't been altered in any way. It's still its normal orbit. So 0.744. Right now this is at 0.9. I think that's actually just the... What's its actual distance? Is it the... I'm not sure what all these mean. Is it this one? AU? 0.8. Okay, so that's definitely that value there. So right now it's at 0.8. And then Venus is at 0. Oh, no, I don't that one. I want AU 0.6. They're still about 0.2 AU away from each other. So it's not the closest in the world there. If I just reverse Theia a bit, maybe that will... They are pretty much the closest they are to each other right now. But still, they're not having an effect. So yeah, Venus is still too far off. But yeah, look at that. It just crossed in front of Earth there. That is really... Look at that. So they are having really close interactions in where they are at the moment. I mean... Damn. See, if we just continue playing this, maybe Venus would get involved. Like, it could cause a massive smash out between the 3 largest objects in the inner solar system. Is this bigger than Mars? Oh no, Mars is slightly bigger. Okay, so the 2 largest planets and then this one. So Theia. So, yeah, still the 2 largest planets... in a bit of a smash and bash. I mean, they could eventually collide. If Theia got a little closer to Earth again, its orbit could bend even more and go all the way to Mercury, for instance. I mean, obviously I can't prove it straight away because it would just take forever of running this, but I reckon eventually, if it got too close to Earth again, its orbit could be bent where it starts to do this. So, where's the orbit? So if say it did this. It could eventually do something like this, where orbit gets even more eccentric, and maybe it gets even closer to Venus, for instance. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. If it continued going, maybe something like this could happen, for instance. I mean, obviously, maybe not that extreme, but maybe something like this could possibly happen if it did get too close to Earth at some point. I mean, maybe. Okay, so it's back to pretty much what it was now, but you can see its orbit passes Earth, gets further away from Earth. So, yeah, there is that. But now we'll go into a whole new one, and we'll start Theia off with in front of Earth. But I reckon we'll get the same results, honestly, because on this simulation we just played, we both had times where Theia was in front and behind Earth. So I reckon we'll get the same results. But yeah, I will place it in just for anyone curious. So, no, I don't want Rhea. I want Theia. There we go. There we go. I want you. So we're going to put you... So we're going to put it about, so 1 AU is about there, so 0.9 to be here somewhere. So then I can also input the command as well. So this value right here, so 0.99, I was pretty much right on point there. So I'll go just 0.9, so there you go. So they're right close to each other there. So let's click play and then watch magic happen. So that's at 0.9, and then Earth is at that. So let's see here. Actually, maybe, no, I think I need to do it at 0.99, don't I? Like that. Yeah, that's... Oh, is that what I want? No? 365-day orbit. No, that's not right. I think I did something up there. So, what's it at now? So, 1.1 years. So, I want this to be 0.9. Like that. Oh, no. Oh, no. I want to... No. 99. There we go. Well, what does it put it further away? That's quite annoying. There. See, it's a little harder to put it in front because I can't see, obviously, when I add an object in, it doesn't show it in AU, it shows it in kilometers. Now I have to put it further than Earth for it to appear in AU from the sun, so I can't really get the exact right point. But I'm assuming somewhere around here is a good sort of area to use. I mean, if we go here, you can see the Earth right now. If I turn off all the trails, for instance, I can see the Earth clearly there. So yeah, I'd say this is about right. So what number is this? So this is AU 0.9. Okay, so I'd say that's about close enough. So we've had it a little further than Earth, but what if it's a little closer than Earth to the sun now? So yeah, we'll do this. We'll speed it up. Watch those numbers change. So there we go. So 344. The numbers are already changed anyway, so can't keep it the same. But yeah, there we are. So we just have to wait for Theia to catch up on Earth again, and then those numbers will probably change. But yeah, I reckon these will give us the same results, having it in front of Earth, because obviously the last scenario, like I said, the last scenario put Theia in front as well. So I reckon be the same results. So here we go. Let's just wait for it to catch up. We can just watch like this for a bit. So keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on that Mars and Earth orbit. And when I mean Mars, I mean the Mars coloured orbit, because my Theia has the orbit colour of Mars. But yeah, let's see if they change. You can see they're wobbling slightly, so they're having a bit of an effect on each other. But you can see in the orbital period here, they are slightly, the numbers are changing permanently, or constantly, sorry. So yeah, they are having an effect on each other, because they're still very, very close. But yeah, I reckon eventually, if we played this simulation for long enough, I reckon they would collide, or one of them would get thrown out from the system, I'd say. Or one of them just has a really eccentric orbit. I reckon one of those three scenarios would happen eventually. So to conclude, if Theia was still around, it probably would eventually cause doomsday. Something would happen, 100%, I'd say. I definitely think something would happen. I mean, it could take thousands of years, possibly, but as you can see, from the 300 years we played in the last go, they were affecting each other. So yeah, if Theia was placed in the solar system right now at these distances, I'd say nothing would happen in our lifetimes, but I'd say eventually, in about 500 years plus, something maybe would happen. That's just a rough estimate. You guys can let me know what you think down below in the comments on this as well. But yeah, overall, I think this is a really, really cool idea to do. So yeah, pretty cool, and a massive thanks to everyone who recommended it. Because a lot of people did say, what if Theia was still around? So yeah, you got your wish, and yeah, I'd say it's a really, really cool idea, and I'm definitely happy I did it now, because I think this is really cool. So you can see Theia's catching up on Earth right there. Well, how's Earth doing? Is it before we end off? Still at Earth's still at 1 year, so yeah, not really much is happening. I mean, we can give it a final play, but you can still see the numbers are changing just slightly as Theia overtakes Earth from time to time. But yeah, not really too much of a difference. So I'd say if it was Theia was placed in this area in our lifetime, nothing would happen. But I'd say it'd probably take maybe even 1,000 years for something really bad to happen. So yeah, but we did get that binary orbit, remember, which did mess up the Earth's or both of their orbits completely. So who knows? But yeah, let me know what you guys think on this down below. And yeah, if you like this video, let's see if we can go for 50 likes on this video, because it really, really helps the channel a lot, guys. And yeah, massive thank you as well for everyone who has helped us on the subscribers, because I think we're coming up to 6,300 now. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I still need to do 6,000 Q&As. Yeah, I've decided I will do a Q&A for it. I'll make a post where you guys can post your questions for that at some point. But yeah, I'm going to do a Q&A. Yeah, we're almost at 6,300 subscribers. So yeah, just a massive thank you to everyone who's helped on the journey. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, just really massive thanks. It's absolutely crazy. And also, if you want to stay up to date with things going on the channel, like competitions, video ideas and stuff, the best place to do it is to join my Discord server, because that's where you can find me the most when I'm around. So yeah, definitely go ahead and join my Discord if you have Discord. And yeah, without further ado, yeah, that is it. So make sure you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.